Try again.
I don't think I have it in me.
What harm could one more possibly do?
What difference could one more possibly make?
You'll have tried, which is better than having not.
And if I fail?
Then
If I've learned anything about life, it's that there's nobody holding you back more than yourself.
I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed.
Because see, I read something great recently, and it was that if you were 30 failures away from your goals, how fast would you fail? And brother, that question blew my mind. Why? Well, because isn't it weird that once you know you're guaranteed success, 30 failures doesn't actually seem all that bad. See, if you're anything like me, you probably fail a lot. Let's be real, if you're watching a video like this right now, you're probably failing in life, or you just want some motivation, but either way it's cool, cause bro, so am I.
You will never stay up at night staring at the ceiling, losing sleep over the failures. You'll never lose sleep over the failures.
See, too often we love to forget that anyone who has achieved what we want to achieve has f***ing failed.
The shit that eats you from the inside out, the shit that'll keep you up at night is the what if. Is the what if I took that risk? What if it worked out? But I'll have no f***ing idea.
You've heard the famous Jordan story about how he was trusted with all these game-winning shots in his career, but he literally missed the majority of them. You've heard the Goggins story about how he was overweight, fat as fuck, apologies for the language, and didn't like the path his life was heading, so he decided he couldn't live like that anymore, and he just went relentlessly working out and became a Navy SEAL.
I was sick and tired of not facing the fact that I've allowed life to make me feel like a loser.
You've literally heard your favorite content creators continuously say how much they feel to get to where they are, casing at all these people, but when you fail, you think it's over. You post a TikTok, it gets 6 views, and suddenly you no longer want to be a content creator. I'm not saying influencer, bro, that shit's cringe as fuck, I hate that word. You work out for 2 weeks and don't magically see the results you thought you'd see, and now you say to yourself, I'm not the type of person who could ever be in shape. No shit, these things happen because you're viewing failure entirely wrong.
Achieve failure. Achieve failure. If you can do that, you can also win. If you can fail, you can also win. All winners can fail.
See, for the last year and 10 months, I can honestly say I've failed nearly every day. Why such a specific time frame? Well, that's exactly the time I started to really try in life. I started to really attack my goals. I was tired of being a complete bot NPC version of myself that just lacked complete direction in life, had no intensity for his goals or anything really for that matter. And so I decided, for lack of a better word, this, I'm no longer holding myself back with distractions, laziness, negativity, all that shit, you know the rest. And I'm gonna start attacking my life because I'm tired of not being the person I know and feel I should be. And as motivational and all as that sounds, it wasn't that pretty. With it came a lot of failures. There's been so many days where I failed to believe in my success, fail to be confident, fail to stop caring what people think, fail to stop overthinking, fail to face my fears, fail to post content, fail to do the work I said I was gonna do, fail to get up on time, fail to finish a uni degree, probably fail to follow the direction my family wanted me to take with my life, fail to be where I thought I'd be at this age, fail to show my face on camera and record myself in the gym because I was scared of what other people think, even though nobody was thinking about me in the first place. And ultimately, there's been so many days where I failed to make progress. Over this period, it's almost been as if the harder I try, the harder and more often I fail. But I heard a quote that perfectly summarizes failure, and I'm not trying to get all philosophical on your ass, but it said, when life is dragging you back with difficulties, understand that it's about to launch you into something great. And this is the concept I need you to understand. Everything you do counts. When you get up early day after day, when you post that content despite being scared shitless to post it, when you keep showing up to the gym even when it's the last thing you want to do, all that shit counts. And that's why, even though you may think you're in a chapter of life right now where you cannot stop failing for the life of you, what you're actually in is the compounding phase. And that's what I realized. Yeah, on the surface it may look like I'm failing, but down below it, all my efforts are just accumulating. And don't believe me? Look at this. Shit cut. So here we have May 21st, 2020. Started the channel, 0 subscribers. As I progress, 1 year later, 49 subscribers. Okay, so now is where it gets really interesting, and this is where the compound effect really comes into motion. October 11th, 2023, 467 subs. So after 3.5 years of posting, I'd accumulated 400 and a bit subscribers. Oh, but look what happens. In the space of 2 months, we gain 10,000 subscribers like that. Look at the graph, nothing's happening, the whole compounding phase, and then whoop, just like that, it compounds. And I know when you're in this period here, it feels shit, trust me, but this is where your character is built, and this is where you get to learn who you really are. Have you the courage, the capability to stick with it, or are you gonna give up? By the way, when you're listening to me speak, don't think I'm the most successful person ever. These are just some things I've learned. I just want you to understand that. But anyway, I'm going to the gym now. Time for the gym. Let's do this, let's do this.
All this guy knows up until 21 years old is failure. He's never tasted success. He just gets up and keeps trying, fails, gets up and keeps trying. Until one day he found out what he wanted, what inspired him. And he gave it everything he had, day in, day out, man. He burned the midnight oil, so he didn't have to stay awake in the midnight hours wondering what if. This guy tried something 1,093 times before it was successful. 1,093 times, man. When the hell have you ever tried something more than 10 times before you throw in the towel? I can't say I have. This guy did. And why? That was what he wanted. How was it nourished? Failure. Everything failed in his life. So when it failed like 1,000 times, like, well, it, man. It's an average day. It always fails. I keep on going, but his invention got smarter and quicker. That failure made it more and more successful. It's getting closer and closer and closer. And finally, the light bulb clicked. That was Thomas Edison, man. Failure, dumbass his entire life. He had over another 1,000 patents, man. Remarkable. Couldn't speak at 4. He was written out of class because he couldn't read at 7. Kicked home saying mentally challenged. One of the greatest inventors of our time.
By the way, bro, if you haven't got a workout in the day, go do one, go do something hard, challenge yourself, push yourself today. Let's go, let's get after it.
Oh, gym session done. That's gonna beat the shit out of me right there, I ain't even gonna lie.
And this is the thing I want you to realize, and why I'm always promoting it in my videos. Nobody is thinking about you. Nobody is thinking about you. We don't try shit, we don't fail at shit because we think everyone will think we're cringe and blah blah blah. Bro, yesterday I was not thinking about anybody. I'm being honest. I was sitting in my own thoughts, being angry, stressed, all of that shit. Really, I was so mad and so angry, but in these instances where I honestly, bro, I overthink and I'm more anxious and stressed a lot of the time, probably than the average human being. And I know it's some shit I probably need to work through, but honestly, when I'm in them zones where I'm stressed and I'm like, oh, all agitated, what I do, I go gym, bro. The gym is the best, just a tip for anyone, the gym is the best release for all of that. So I was like, yeah, I don't care about my schedule right now, what I've got on for the rest of the day. We're going, no matter what, gym and sauna right now because it was like 2 p.m. I can't be sitting in this stress and annoyance. I'm looking at the laptop, by the way. I don't want this recording to go off again. But the thing is, I could bitch, moan, complain, oh, how difficult my situation is. Oh, my life's so hard. Ah. Bro, my life's easy, truthfully. There's people out here going through real, genuine shit on the daily, and I'm sitting here choosing suffering of my own choice. Getting to pursue goals I love. I love creating content. I love working out. That is a blessing. I have the health, the capability to do that, and there's people going through real, genuine shit. But people go through these days all the fucking time. People are stressed out all the time, dealing with their own shit, their own problems. Do you think you are genuinely important enough for them to give a shit about what you're doing? Do you think they genuinely give a shit? Like, for instance, you go to the gym, maybe you're hitting squats, your barbell falls off your back because you didn't put the straps on the side and the whole weight's falling on the floor, but oh, everyone in the gym's looking at you, or oh, you post that TikTok, it gets 3 views. Oh, I'm so cringe. Bro, nobody gives a shit. That's why I am fit to record a video like this right now. I used to care so much what everybody thought of me. Thought, oh, everybody's going to think I'm cringe, etc. Yeah, maybe they do. Maybe they do. But bro, most likely 99%, or there's a 99% chance nobody actually gives a shit that I'm recording a video right now. That is the likelihood of it, because nobody cares. And if they do care, they may look at this video for 2 minutes and think I'm a cringe motherfucker. And hey, if they do, all props to them. But the thing is, even if they thought that, they would think about it for 2 minutes, then go on about their day and wouldn't think about it again. I seen this great thing, right? The top 5% love failure. Why? They see failure as a filter. They see, okay, for example, me yesterday, I failed. I could quit, but if I choose to get back up, that is where some of the competition quit. Each time you hit a hurdle, it's a filter. This is where some people get back up and where another bunch of people quit. And each time you hit these failure hurdles and continue to get back up, you're going to find that eventually when enough time passes, you're in that top percent category. Because Chris Williamson has this, I just love this. I've said this probably like 3 times in my videos. Maybe you're sick of hearing me say it, but bro, he's this thing I heard him say, that if you were to make 21 podcast episodes, your entire podcast episodes could get 3 views. It doesn't matter. If you were to upload 21 podcast episodes onto YouTube, bro, you'd be in the top 1% of all podcasters in the entire history of fucking podcast creation. Do you know how insane that is? Just uploading 21 podcasts. And so the thing is, these filters, if you just persist for long enough, you're gonna win. It's inevitable. If I was to give you an actionable step for this video so that I wasn't just spouting motivation, I'd say, as crazy as this may sound to you, pick a goal where you know you're gonna fail. Example, if you're a creative person, start posting some TikToks. If you're a runner, go try set a crazy PB where you know you're gonna fail. Ask that girl or apply for a job you think is way out of your league and feel the rejection. And the reason I say to do this is because you'll make yourself immune to failure. You'll realize, shit, I'm still alive. I didn't die from that failure. What? Okay, it's not that bad. I can just get the fuck up. Oh, I posted a TikTok video, it got no views. Oh, nobody's seen it anyway, so it's not actually that cringe. Oh. And when I say you become immune to failure, it's basically this guy, right? He done 100 days of rejection therapy. It was basically, he went up to random places, let's say Starbucks. He'd ask for his, I don't know, iced matcha latte, whatever. And then when it came time to pay for it, he'd be like, can I have that for free? And of course they're going to say, no, bitch, you cannot have that for free. But the point was, he was making himself immune to rejection. I think he done 100 days or some shit like that, which is crazy. And respect for that, because that takes some real balls. But that's the thing, you can train yourself in the same way with failure. You can learn, yes, this was difficult, this is hard, but nothing actually bad happened. I just failed so I can get up again and try. And the more you try, and the faster you fail, the faster you grow. And I wrote something fire down that I just want to read because I can't remember it off the top of my head. But because when you fail repeatedly and put in the reps to learn how to bounce back and recover faster from each setback, you stop giving a fuck about the imaginary consequences of failure. Because the fear of failure loses its grip. And when fear no longer controls your actions, that's when you're free to be anybody you want to be. So don't fear failure. Actually seek it. Because it's through failure that you get to see where your potential really lies. It's only through failure that you never have to ask the question, what if? Because that's the thing. As they say, you'll never lose sleep over the failures. What will actually keep you up at night is the what if. What if I took that risk? What if I took that chance? But I quit through the failures, so I guess I'll never know. That's the shit that keeps you up at night and the shit I never want to have to experience. Because even when I have those moments where I procrastinate and don't do what I say I'm going to do, keep putting off my work, I think, shit, if I failed, will these be the moments where I think, what if? What if I done the work I said I was gonna do? And that shit scares me, bro. That's why I just want to put in the work and go as hard as I can, because I never want to have to ask myself later in life, what if I tried as hard as I could? So whatever that goal is, bro, don't fucking wait, stop waiting, and just, if you're failing, yeah, fail, but just keep going. Don't let that shit stop you. Because everyone who's done anything, even in any job, not even just the mad one that you see all the time, but in any job, everyone who has done anything worthwhile has had to fail to get there. And I know it is so discouraging, I can feel it, bro. This last year I went through a lot of just ups and downs, and I can tell you the failures are shit. But bro, we're healthy, we're alive, we've got breath in our lungs to go attack this shit. So if we've got the opportunity, we're going for it, aren't we? Yes sir. Yes sir. So I leave you with this.
Is that feeling you're going through right now gonna be the one that breaks you? Is it gonna be the one that causes you to quit? Or are you gonna have the balls, the courage, to get back up and give it another fucking try? The choice, that's yours, bro. I appreciate y'all. Through hard work we grow. Peace!